Jam, everyone. This is Dr. Josh. We're here at CryptoMondays Global, on-site interviews at COP28 in Dubai. We have amazing group of people that we're going to interview, both some CEOs, and some startups, some very interesting people. As you all know, that there's a lot of projects going on that you never heard of, that you don't even know exist, but they're amazing projects that are trying to save the planet, trying to help different populations and groups around the world. And I have one here that's a project, a very inspiring man named Bob Freling from the United States. And we're going to talk to him for a few minutes about an NFT project, but also about what he's been doing over his extended career, and then also how you can get involved. So welcome, Bob.
Good evening, Josh. Great to be here in Dubai with you.
Right. Okay. All right. This is your first crypto interview in the crypto Web3 community.
Well, I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I remember when we first met, you were like, Josh, you got the cool sunglasses, right? And I don't have them. Did you bring any sunglasses today?
I did not.
Okay.
Sadly.
Well, you know what? I thought about that, Bob. And just in case, because if you want to be degen, you want to be cool, you want to be in NFTs, you gotta be cool, man. So I brought you some sunglasses, some Balenciagas, just in case. All right.
All right, man.
All right. Now, Bob just turned crypto. All right. So Bob, you're officially crypto, bro. All right. Love to see you, dude. Now, okay, here we go. You can wear those, or you don't have to wear those. It's all good. But I gotta say, they fit you. Okay. They fit you. So let's keep them on. And so tell us, first of all, you're an extraordinary person that has done a lot to help people in developing countries. Tell us, first of all, a little bit about your career and what you do generally, and about your nonprofit.
All right, Josh. So basically, I run a nonprofit called the Solar Electric Light Fund, or SELF, as the acronym goes. We're DC-based, Washington, D.C. We've been around for 34 years. I've been personally involved since 1994. And our mission is to bring solar electricity to rural and remote villages around the world, places that historically have never been connected to an electric power grid and aren't likely to be so in the foreseeable future. And we harness the power of the sun to bring electricity to these rural villages and use that power to really uplift them in many ways. We love to show how access to modern energy can be used to facilitate essentially all of the sustainable development goals, whether it's access to clean water, improved food security, healthcare, education, women's empowerment, obviously dealing with climate change, right, because we're using a carbon-free source of power to carry out our work. So it's a big problem. A billion people, close to a billion people, still do not have access to electricity today. When you think about that, it's crazy. And if you look at a satellite image of Earth at night, you see Africa shrouded in darkness. And that's not right. It's not socially just, and it's certainly not sustainable. So if we're going to solve the climate crisis, we cannot forget about these billion people. And how these folks transition into a modern society is going to make all the difference. If they rely on fossil fuels, we're doomed. The good news is that we have resources now, tools at our fingertips that can very quickly and dramatically uplift them across the board. The sun shines everywhere, whether you're in the Gobi Desert and the Himalayas or a remote part of the Amazon rainforest. You can turn that sunlight into clean, renewable, and carbon-free electricity and use that power to accomplish so many things for these communities.
Wow. Okay. So as you see, Bob's a real changer, a game changer in the area of sustainability, in the area of solar energy, and also what I really admire is that he's focused, and his organization has focused on the poorest of the poor and the people in the rural areas and the people that just, unless they have this kind of support, they don't have energy. Like you said, it's black. Now, Now that is noble in itself, and it's amazing what you've been doing. But this is a crypto show, and this is blockchain and NFTs, and I'm the NFT professor, so I was excited to hear about your project with NFTs. Can you tell me how you first heard about NFTs and what your interest is related to the solar energy project that you just mentioned?
Sure. So, well, I've actually, even though I don't really know much about the crypto space. I've been interested in it for quite a while, and NFTs are fascinating to me. We had a chance to get involved with an NFT project just recently, a group called the Gyronauts, which gathered together 17 different nonprofits, each one representing a different sustainable development goal, SDG. In our case, it was SDG 7, clean and affordable access to modern energy. And we launched the project. It was just a few months ago. And it gave me a little taste of what the NFT world is like. And obviously there's a lot in this space that I still don't know, and I'm trying to learn, and I'm glad to know you, Josh, because I feel like perhaps we can continue to explore ways in the world of blockchain can be harnessed to deliver basic goods and services to the bottom of the pyramid. That's what I'm interested in. I'm really intrigued by the opportunity to harness blockchain technology to bring clean water and food security and access to energy to the 1 billion people that are still struggling. And I suspect that right here at COP28, there's probably any number of really cool solutions that are being hatched. So I'm looking forward to learning more about them.
Cool. So in relation, the bottom of the pyramid is exactly what we're here for, right? And thinking about those technologies and the NFTs, just go into a little bit more detail, if you can, about what blockchain that you guys are using, how to access these, and then what the purpose of these NFTs were in order that would help the beneficiaries at the bottom of the pyramid. Yeah.
In the case of the Gyronauts, I don't recall offhand which blockchain they were using, but if anybody's interested, they can go to gyronauts.io and read all about it. All the information is still there up on the website.
And that's Gyronauts,
Gyronauts.
Okay, can you just do that again?
Sure, Gyronauts.
Okay.
.io.
Okay. So you don't know which blockchain, but it doesn't matter?
I should know that, but I can't recall off the top of my head.
Hey, but as these guys on stage right now in the background are talking about these, big-time CEOs and heads of sustainability and the blockchain people, they're talking about interoperability of blockchain, so it really shouldn't matter. What really matters is the purpose of the project and who it benefits. Yeah. And because this isn't a money project saying, you buy a Gyronaut and then we're going to take the money. No, how's it work?
When they minted the Gyronaut, folks could choose which of the 17 NGOs that were participating, right, could receive the funds, right? So if they were especially interested in energy, they could pick SDG number 7, which was the Solar Electric Light Fund, and those funds would go to us to carry out our mission. And the same applies to all of the other SDGs. So it was a platform that enabled folks interested in buying these newly minted coins, right, to participate in this new venture, this new NFT venture, and at the same time benefit not one but potentially up to 17 different NGOs working to achieve the SDGs.
Cool. Now, as a person who already runs a large nonprofit organization, then the NFT group, the Gyronauts people, they approached you or you approached them. How did that work? And then tell us, as a person who was interested in blockchain and crypto but not using it or whatever, why did you decide to use this specific one as opposed to a different one?
Actually, we were introduced to the Gyronauts group by another group called Angel Protocol, which was a really interesting group that started up a few years ago. Their mission was to create an opportunity for small nonprofits like ourselves to establish an endowment. So they created a special platform where folks could make contributions, and those funds would go into an endowment that would help sustain the organizations over time. And I do remember initially what blockchain that was on, because it turned out not to be a happy ending. They were on the TerraChain blockchain. Yeah, and so it collapsed, and so they had to go back and retool. But they're still around. They've changed the name. It was Angel Giving, and I forget what the latest name is now. But if you just Google Angel giving, I think you can find this group. It's a really interesting group of folks. We're also working with the Giving Block, which is an organization that makes it possible to donate to many nonprofits.
Yeah.
And we actually have a Giving Block widget on our website. So if folks come to our website, they can give cryptocurrencies through the Giving Block platform to the Solar Electric Light Fund.
Great. And so as far as the success of the project, we won't go into the details, but would you say that at this moment in time, from a cost-benefit perspective, that the benefits have been worth the efforts that you've put into this?
Absolutely. And this is we're playing the long game.
Yeah.
Because I do believe in the future viability of blockchain. It's here to stay, as far as I'm concerned. Some cryptocurrencies may not do so well, but in the long run, this is a game-changing technology, Web3 and blockchain. And I would love for Self to be part of that evolution.
Cool. Okay, so if you know the Giving Block, Giving Block puts a widget on your website, and there's other companies that do that as well, and you can actually donate directly through many different cryptocurrencies. And so I definitely want to encourage you to look at Bob's non-for-profit organization, because it's helping those people that are in the most need at the bottom. And he's a serious person. He's not just some degen, although he's got the sunglasses. This is a very real and a very substantial nonprofit that provides solar power to people in need. And the solar power is going to help them survive and also thrive. So
hey,
tell us.
Before we wind up, Josh, can I plug the URL?
Yeah, well, I was just going to ask you that question. So go ahead. I was going to say, how do we get in touch with you? How can we go ahead and either donate to the organization or get involved?
Thank you, Josh. The URL is really simple. It's www.self.org. SELF is the acronym for Solar Electric Light Fund, SELF.org. Doesn't get simpler than that.
All right, so you heard it here, guys. Go to Solar Electric Light Fund, self.org, and donate a little bit of crypto. Remember, it's completely tax deductible. And not only that, you know exactly where the money goes. It goes to help people in the bottom of the pyramid, which is the developing countries, the poorest of the poor. And these people need your help as well. And we want to support organizations that are also forward-thinking, open-minded, and have a strong commitment to change. So thank you for all you've done, man, and thank you all for all of what you're doing. And I'm really proud to know you and excited to know you. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Just also, angel giving is another great platform, and I'm sure if someone just Googles angel giving or angel protocol, they can probably find their newest website too.
Cool. Well, thanks for being on Crypto Mondays Global, man. We appreciate having you now in the degen community, Bob.
Thanks, Josh.